Hey parents, this is Mr. McCollum, Banks Cadell Elementary School Principal. I want to welcome you to our virtual 2020-2021 Title I meeting. I'm going to exit off where you don't have to look at my face and then go through some slides to explain to you what it means to be a Title I school, and then just go through a few things that is required by law to make you aware of some things. And again, we want to thank you, welcome you back to a new school year. And at the end, there will be my email address as well as our school phone number. If you have any questions whatsoever, we would love to have your input, have you call, and then we will answer anything. So I'm going to X out here and then begin our presentation. So I do want to welcome you to our virtual back to school Title I meeting. And this is why we are here. The Every Student Succeeds Act requires that every Title I school holds a meeting annually to tell you about what Title I means, explain the requirements, and also your rights as parents to be involved. These are the things that we're going to be going over during this presentation. I'm not going to read all of these things to you, but we are going to answer each of these questions about what it means to be a Title I school and all of these different components of being Title I. Now, also, we're going to talk about annual evaluations of the parent and family engagement policy. We're going to look at the barriers, the ability to assist in learning and successful interactions between families and school. And again, just basically educate you on the different ways that you can be involved in all of these components. So I always like to simplify things. What is the main idea? The main idea is this: we want your involvement, and you have a right to be involved. You are a huge part of the educational process as it relates to our success. Like I said, you do have a right to be involved. We want you involved, and we also want you to be aware of the different ways that you can be involved. So, Title I, what does it mean to be a Title I school? In a nutshell, it means that we receive federal funding, Title I dollars, to supplement the school's existing programs. What do we use this money for? Well, a lot of different things. One way is we identify students who are struggling academically, and then we offer different types of assistance to help the students meet the content standards. We purchase supplemental staff, programs, materials, and supplies. And we also have parent and family engagement meetings, trainings, and activities, kind of like this one. It also means that we have to let you know your rights under ESSA and also the ways that you can be involved. So 1% set aside and how parents are involved. So any LEA, and that stands for Local Education Agency, with a Title I allocation of greater than $500,000 is required by law to set aside 1% of that for parent and family engagement. And of that 1%, 10% can be reserved for system-wide initiatives related to parent and family engagement. And the rest of that 1% would be allocated to all the title schools that are in that local education agency. So each Title I school receives its portion of that 90% to implement school-level parent and family engagement with the expectations and objectives for meaningful involvement. So you, as parents, have the right to be involved in how this money is spent. All right, the LEA Consolidated Plan. What is this? Basically, this is how Title I funds would be used throughout the school system. Topics include the academic assessments that we give to measure student progress, the different types of assistance that we provide students who are struggling, the coordination and integration of federal funds and programs, and school programs for migrant, preschool, English language learners, and homeless. And also we talk about the different family and parent engagement strategies, which is part of our parent and family engagement policy. And again, the main idea is that you have a right to be involved with the development of these plans. So what is the parent and family engagement plan? Well, this is the way that the LEA will implement the parent and family engagement requirements of the Every Student Succeeds Act. And this includes the expectations for parents and families, how we will involve parents in decision making, and also how the LEA will work to build the schools and parents' capacity for strong parental involvement to improve academic achievement. Again, you have the right to be involved in the development of this plan. CIP. This stands for Continuous Improvement Plan. Basically, what this is when we look at all of our data and we say, where are we currently at? Where are our students struggling? And where are our students succeeding? And then we set goals and strategies to address those needs of our students. It also helps to fund professional development needs. And of course, the coordination of all of the resources and the budget that goes along with that. And also our school's parent and family engagement policy. Again, you as parents have the right to be involved in the development of this plan. So what's included in the school's parent and family engagement plan? Basically, this plan is going to be how the school will implement the requirements of the Every Child Succeed Act of 2015. So this is how you can be involved in decision-making and activities, how funds are being used, how information and training is provided to parents, and also how we will build capacity in parents and staff for strong relationships through evidence-based strategies. And again, you have the right to be involved in the development of this plan. The School Parent Compact. This is something that is a commitment between the school, the parent, and the student to share in the responsibility for improved academic achievement. You have the right to be involved in the development of the School Parent Compact. And the compact, that is a document, and we send these home and ask that you review that, sign it, and turn it back in. And it just explains how we are going to have a high-quality curriculum and instruction for all students, how we will hold parent-teacher conferences, how we are going to communicate on your child's progress, also how you have access to come in for those conferences, providing you opportunities to volunteer. And also, we work hard to ensure regular, meaningful two-way communication between family members and staff in a language that family members can understand. An example of that is we'll be doing this presentation in Spanish as well. Ultimately, we want to always communicate effectively and make sure that we are all on the same page as we work to give our kids every opportunity to succeed. How do you request the qualifications of your child's teachers? You have the right to request the qualifications of your child's teacher. And at Banks Cadell, all of our teachers are highly qualified. And there is a process through the LEA on how you are notified for making that request. The evaluation of the LEA Parent and Family Engagement Policy. How is this conducted? Well, there's evaluation requirements. We reach out to parents and families beyond the barriers of culture, language, disabilities, and poverty. And we do this every year. And this is involving parents. And we look at what we're doing currently. We look at the content and the effectiveness of what we're currently doing. We look and see what barriers might exist to parent and family engagement. And this includes surveys. Sometimes when we send home those surveys and we ask you to fill out, this is part of this. We look at that data to see what we're doing well, what we can do better. It also includes some face-to-face, some focus groups, parent advisory committees, basically just sitting down and talking and saying what's working, what's not working, what can we do better, and what are our successes. And then also those evaluations and surveys help us as we plan for the future. Here are the names of some parent leaders at Banks Cadell. These are members of our parent committee that we'll be reaching out to, and our teacher representative is Miss May. So As we finish up, this gives you the information on Title I, what it means, and as well as some information on our parent engagement plans, our year-to-year process as we look for ways to improve, and also just to communicate with you about what it means to be Title I. So normally we would have this meeting in person, and but unfortunately, with the current situation with the COVID pandemic, we felt like it would be more appropriate to do this virtually. But as always, you can call us. This is our phone number at school. This is my email address at school. And we want your input. We'll be glad to answer any questions and follow up. We'll be following up in the weeks and months ahead with different opportunities to, again, communicate with you, get your input, and we're excited about school. We're so glad to have our kids back on campus. We're going to work very hard to meet your needs, and it does take a village. It takes us all working together for our students to be successful. So thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great night.